All right, let's talk about generative AI. You hear this term everywhere, right? But today, we're going to cut through the noise. We're going to turn this thing from just another buzzword into a practical, hands-on co-pilot, one that can genuinely help you get back a ton of time when you're creating your courses. Let's dive in. So if you're an educator, you know this feeling all too well. The endless prep work. You're designing modules. You're trying to come up with engaging activities. You're building rubrics from scratch. It just feels like a mountain of work that never ends. But what if you had an expert assistant ready to go to help you with all that heavy lifting? And look, this isn't just some fantasy. The data is actually starting to back this up. A recent report found that AI tools can save educators, people just like you, an average of 5 hours of work every single week. I mean, think about that. That's time you could be giving back to your students, to improving your teaching, or, just back to yourself. Now, the key to unlocking all this is a skill called prompt engineering. And I know, it sounds super technical, right? But it's not. Seriously. It's just the art of having a clear conversation with an AI. Think of it like this. You're writing a really good creative brief for an expert assistant who's just waiting for your instructions. So, how do we actually do it? How do you write a great prompt? Well, let's walk through the recipe for building the perfect prompt, step by step. These are the core principles that are going to take your AI's answers from kind of generic and blah to genuinely useful. Okay, first, and this is probably the most important one, you have to tell the AI who it should be and exactly what you need it to do. Don't be vague. Don't just ask it to, write a course outline. You got to give it a job title. Give it a specific mission. For example, check out this prompt that was used in a real faculty workshop. It doesn't just ask for help. It says, you are a college instructional designer at Coastal Alabama Community College. Boom. Instantly, the AI puts on the right hat. It adopts the right professional lens for the job, and that just dramatically improves the quality of everything that comes next. Next up, context. This is so important. The AI doesn't know your students, it doesn't know your school, it has no idea what you need unless you tell it. This is where you feed it all the crucial details, the who, what, where, and when of your request. And this is where you can get really specific. Tell the AI you're teaching adult learners. Tell it the class is online. Mention that you use the Canvas LMS or that a module should take about 8 to 10 hours of student work. You can even mention the level of Bloom's taxonomy you're aiming for. Every single one of these details acts like a little filter, and it refines the AI's output until it's a perfect fit for your actual classroom. Okay, this next one, this is a huge time saver. Don't just ask the AI for information. You have to tell it exactly how you want that information formatted. Getting this right saves you from all that tedious cutting, pasting, and reformatting you'd have to do later. I mean, look how precise this is. Asking for structured headings means you can basically copy and paste it straight into your LMS. And asking for a rubric as a markdown table, that means it's instantly ready to use in a system like Canvas. You're not just telling your co-pilot what to build, you're telling it how to deliver it so it's ready to go, right out of the box. Let's be honest, AI can sometimes, it can go off the rails. It makes stuff up or it makes assumptions. Smart guardrails are just simple instructions you pop into your prompt to keep the AI focused and to make sure the quality of the response is top-notch. And here is a perfect example. This simple sentence might be one of the most powerful guardrails you can use. It's a total game changer because instead of just guessing and giving you some generic answer, the AI is now forced to pause and ask you for the information it needs. It turns a monologue into a dialogue, and that always leads to a much, much better result. And this right here shows the power of treating it like a conversation. Your first prompt might not be perfect, and that's totally okay. The generic outline you see on the left, it was transformed into that beautiful, detailed version on the right with just one simple follow-up prompt. The key is to iterate. Treat this like a back and forth, not a one-time command. Okay, so we've covered the principles. We know the theory. Now let's see the stuff in action. We're going to look at how one single, well-crafted prompt can generate an entire course module that's pretty much ready to use. So here's a starter prompt that really pulls it all together. You see, it assigns the role, instructional designer. It provides all that rich context like the time commitment and the LMS. And then it specifies the exact deliverables, learning outcomes, a module overview, 5 varied activities, and even a summative assessment with a rubric. You're giving it the whole blueprint.
And here it is. This is the payoff. This is a direct output from a prompt just like that. A perfectly structured analytic rubric. The criteria are tied directly to the learning outcomes. The performance levels are detailed. I mean, this is something that could easily take hours to build by hand, and the AI generated it in seconds. Already formatted so you can drop it right into your course. Amazing.
Feeling inspired? I hope so. Let's wrap this up with a really actionable toolkit. These are some resources you can literally copy and paste to start using these techniques today, like right now. Here's a huge pro tip for you. You don't need to reinvent the wheel every single time you write a prompt. Create a reusable cover block, just like this one. It sets the role, the guardrails, and the format right from the start. Just copy and paste this at the beginning of any new request, and you'll get consistent, high-quality results every single time. It's like your own personal secret weapon. And hey, if you want to explore even further, there are some fantastic, specialized tools out there. Perplexity is awesome for research because it actually gives you citations. NotebookLM lets you upload your own documents and then chat with them, which is really cool. And some tools like Gamma can even build entire presentations from just a simple prompt. So, there you have it. You now have the blueprint for turning AI into your own expert copilot. You've got the principles, you've seen the examples, and you have the tools to get started. So really, the only question left is, what's the first thing you're going to build? Thanks for joining us.